Hello financial fans. We'll look at the model portfolio of 5 stocks. Actually it's 3 mutual funds and 2 stocks, but the mutual funds are ETFs, exchange traded funds that trade like stocks. And if you have been watching the market for a year or so and you think you're ready to tippy toe into the actual money pit and risk some capital, and you're trying to figure out what is the best way to start, if you want to start with some diversity and start with one particular investment, what I will suggest is SPY. We've mentioned that before here. SPY is a mutual fund that's traded like a stock, and with that fund you're investing in 500 different companies, and so you're pretty well diversified, and the stock has a good history. And we will look at the numbers for that here in a moment, but first I'll tell you the 5 different stocks or mutual funds, the 3 mutual funds and 2 stocks that I will be mentioning. SPY is the first one. That would be my advice for someone who wants just one investment to begin with and still have diversity. Next, we will mention IOO. It looks like the number 100. IOO, that's 100 of the largest companies in the world around the globe that you can invest in just by buying one mutual fund. Next is ARKK. I do not have that right now. I had it for a year or two, and it did incredibly well. And so far this year, I think it's up about 100%. And I'm definitely willing to get back into that. I think that's a well-managed mutual fund. The stocks, as far as the 2 actual companies that I recommend at this time, and I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not telling you to buy these, I'm telling you to look at them, look at the numbers, and see if this is something that you would consider at this time. INTC, Intel. Intel has had a rough few months, and it looks like it's been oversold. It looks like it's a very good value at its current price, and we'll look at the numbers here in just a moment. And the last one, VZ, Verizon. And Verizon is a stock I think I do still own. I'm not sure if I still own it. I think I own that one. And it pays a good dividend, and it seems to maintain its value. So let's look at these 5 different investment possibilities for you. This is a way to start. This is a way to begin after you've studied the market for a year, beginning with SPY. Starting off, the fastest way to get a model portfolio going that has diversity, just one share, $350.19. SPY is the symbol, and that $350 price is as of November 5th of 2020. Down at the bottom of the first column, we see the average volume, 72 million shares. So there's a lot of people wanting to buy it and wanting to sell it at any given time of day. In the middle of the middle column, we see it actually has a yield, a dividend yield there, 1.74%, so that doesn't hurt anything. And the year-to-date daily total return so far this year, it has managed to do almost 6% in a year that has been quite memorable for the bad news headlines. Let's move on to the next stock in our model portfolio. And the next stock adds a lot of diversity also. It's the iShares Global IOO. It looks like the number 100, the IOO ETF Exchange Traded Fund, $58.50 per share. Down at the bottom, you notice it does not trade a lot of shares for the typical stock on the New York Stock Exchange. This one has a daily average volume of 91,000 shares, and this is on the NASDAQ stock exchange, by the way. It is another mutual fund that has a yield, 1.73% year-to-date total return, 4.91, almost 5% returned in this year that was not the best year for stocks. Let's check the next stock in our model portfolio. And this particular exchange traded fund has the symbol ARKK, about a $100 per share price for this for one share of this mutual fund. Down at the bottom we notice the first column on the left, we notice average volume, 7.5 million shares approximately. And over on the right, let's get a nice surprise from a mutual fund. As I say, I used to own this, I did sell it, and I'm thinking about buying some more maybe for 2021. We see that the yield, 0.21, almost not there, but a little bit of money coming in. But under that, take a look there, year-to-date daily total return as of this year, and the year's not over yet, 94.5%. That's very fine, something to think about. Look at that symbol ARKK, ARK Innovation Exchange Traded Fund. Next, a single company, a single stock, Intel Corporation, INTC. I've owned Intel several times and sold it several times. I do not own it at this time, $45.68 per share. And the 52-week range, $43.61 to $69.29, a wide spread there. And the volume, 32 million shares. That's a lot for any stock. And down under the average volume, you see that the rating at Yahoo, it is considered to be undervalued. I think it is quite undervalued at this time. It's been oversold. And the PE ratio, 8.94. The sound you hear in the background is my cat walking around. And the let's see what else we've got here. The yield, 2.89, almost 3%, which is quite good yield for a stock, and especially for a stock that I would think is a growth stock at this time. Intel, symbol INTC, we add it to our model portfolio. And one more number before we get past Intel here, down at the bottom of the middle column. The one-year target is $53 and some change there. That would be a big move from the current $45.68 price per share. And number 5, the last stock we'll put on this particular model portfolio, Verizon, symbol VZ, and that's on the New York Stock Exchange. $58.15 is the closing price as of November 5th of 2020. And it's gone up a little bit after hours. We see the 52-week range, $48.84 to $62.22. And down at the bottom, we see the average volume, 14 million shares. And under that, we see the word undervalued. Yahoo thinks it's undervalued, and so do I. And it probably has a long 10-year life ahead of this company and more, Verizon. In the right-hand column, the middle column, we see the PE ratio is 13.16. I would like for that to be a little bit lower, but that's still lower than most stocks. And the forward dividend and yield, 4.39%. That's a good dividend payment from Verizon. And the one-year target, $62.13. That's our 5 stocks for this model portfolio. and I thank you very much for watching.